Since Starship's last flight on November 18, 2023, significant developments have taken place at Starbase in preparation for Flight 3. Following the flight, a comprehensive examination was carried out to uncover the reasons behind the failure of the booster and the ship. The booster failure analysis revealed that the fluid force during the flip maneuver was the root cause. Fluid within the tank shifted from one side to the other, resulting in a structural failure or in an insufficient fluid supply to the engines, which was leading to a rapid explosion. The cause of the ship's failure was unveiled later, with Elon Musk elaborating on it during the Starship presentation in 2024. Due to the absence of a payload in the second stage, more propellant was loaded to the ship, which had to be vented during the flight. During this process, a fire source within the ship was touched by the vented propellant, resulting in an explosion. For Flight 3, Ship 28 and Booster 10 are likely candidates. Ship 28 underwent a static fire test with enhanced heat shielding, during which only one tile detached. In addition, Booster 10 successfully completed the hot fire test with all engines attached, which lasted 20 seconds. Also, the loading of the booster was way faster, because of tank pump improvements to which we will get later. Flight 3 is scheduled for the first quarter of 2024, and the FFA approval for flight confirmation will be announced in February. Spacex has already stacked Ship 28 onto Booster 10, which indicates progress toward the test flight. Also, Flight 3 could be the first flight with an actual payload on board, namely Starlink satellites. Ship 28 has a new payload door installed, which underwent ground testing for the first time. Ship 29 is anticipated to be used in Flight 4, while Flight 5 is expected to involve Ship 30 and Booster 12. In addition, Booster 13 is currently in the construction phase. Consequently, it's reasonable to anticipate a relative short interval between Flight 3 and subsequent missions. Ships 28 through 32 represent the final iterations of version 1 builds. Version 2 will introduce increased propellant capacity, reduced dry mass, and enhanced reliability. Significant changes are anticipated with version 3 of the Starship. During the Starship presentation, Elon Musk revealed that version 3 will extend from 120 meters to 140 to 150 meters in length. SpaceX has 3 different locations in Boca Chica: the launch site, the production site, and further away a test site called Massey. Significant upgrades have been implemented at the launch site since Flight 2. New methane tanks, along with new pumps and sub-chillers, have been installed. These modifications have led to an increased propellant loading rate for Starship. Faster loading reduces spoil-off, which minimizes in turn propellant wastage. In the comparison, you can also see that some of the vertical tanks, which are used for the launch pad cooling system, were scrapped due to damage from the last launch. The other tanks got reinforcement. Also, the building of the second launch tower has started. New sections were delivered to Boca Chica from the facilities in Florida Roberts Road. The already built launch tower has undergone further enhancements. Got new heat shield plates out of metal, which are easy to replace if damaged. At the production site, also some changes were made. The temporary tents were scrapped to make room for the new Starbase production facility. The Mega Bay 2 received new windows at the top, and new doors were installed to all Mega Bays, so that the ships and boosters on the inside are more protected from the outside winds. In the future, static fires of ships will be conducted at the Massey's test site to free up space at the launch site. Because of this, steps were made to install a tank farm at this site. Also, a flame trench will be built there for these tests. The goal for SpaceX is to conduct payload missions with Starship in 2024, with mostly Starlink satellites. Also, the first actual landing of the booster and ship is planned for 2024. In a presentation by a SpaceX official, the first uncrewed test flight to the moon was announced for 2025. In this mission, there are 10 refueling flights necessary to get Starship to lunar orbit. Another nice thing to see is that bigger companies are starting to take Starship and its capabilities more serious. A space station called Starlab was announced by Airbus, which will be delivered with Starship to orbit in a single flight.